Welcome back to Jet Set Misfortunes, where we delve into the glamorous yet often tumultuous lives of history's most intriguing figures. Today, we're transporting you back to 16th century Italy to uncover the story of Girolamo Francesco Maria Mazzola, also known as Parmigianino. Renowned for his distinctive Mannerist style, Parmigianino appeared destined for greatness, but his life took a darker turn as he became consumed by an obsession, alchemy. What unfolds when brilliance intertwines with mysticism? Let's find out. Parmigianino was born in Parma, Italy, in 1503. He was considered a child prodigy and was raised in a family of artists. From a young age, he showed exceptional talent in painting. His works were so unique that they came to define the Mannerist movement, which was characterized by exaggerated human proportions, a departure from naturalism, and experimentation with perspective. One of Parmigianino's early masterpieces, Self-Portrait in a Convex Mirror, demonstrates his incredible skill with perspective. Painted when he was just 21, it's almost as if he was saying, "Look what I can do." It amazed the art world in his day and continues to astonish people today. However, a more dangerous obsession was quietly brewing beneath this prodigious talent. Parmigianino's career took off in his early 20s when he moved to Rome in 1524. Here, he gained the attention of the Vatican elite thanks to his bold style. His work stood out in a city dominated by Michelangelo and Raphael, but Parmigianino wasn't interested in fitting in. He wanted to push the boundaries, and he did so with dramatic flair. Consider his Madonna with the long neck, for instance. It's a striking image. The elongated neck of the Madonna and the unusual proportions are unsettling, yet somehow beautiful. It's a visual representation of distortion, but it also reflects Parmigianino's growing detachment from reality. As his fame increased, so did his eccentricities. In the 1530s, Parmigianino became obsessed with alchemy, a medieval form of science that aimed to turn base metals into gold and discover the secret of eternal life. This obsession consumed him completely. In 1531, Parmigianino accepted one of the most prestigious commissions of his career, to paint the frescoes for the Church of Santa Maria della Staccata in Parma. This was supposed to be his crowning achievement, a masterpiece of religious art that would secure his legacy. However, Parmigianino became increasingly distracted by his alchemical experiments. He believed that through alchemy, he could not only transform metal into gold, but also somehow infuse his art with divine qualities. As a result, he started neglecting his work on the frescoes, falling behind schedule as he buried himself in his alchemical lab. His patrons grew furious as years passed and the frescoes remained unfinished. Rather than focusing on his art, Parmigianino concocted potions and studied esoteric texts. His alchemical obsession cost him his professional reputation and his freedom. In 1535, Parmigianino was thrown in jail for failing to complete his work on time. Can you believe it? An artist imprisoned because his obsession with alchemy took over his life. Parmigianino went from the heights of fame to the depths of disgrace, and his fall was swift and painful. After being released from prison, Parmigianino fled Parma in disgrace. His health started to deteriorate, possibly worsened by the toxic materials he worked with in his alchemical experiments. He was physically and mentally shattered, a mere shadow of the genius he once was. He retreated to the small town of Castelmaggiore, where he continued his alchemical studies, but his art career was essentially over. In 1540, at the young age of 37, Parmigianino died, likely poisoned by the very chemicals he had been using in his quest for alchemical power. Parmigianino's life may have ended tragically, but his legacy as an artist lives on. His daring and bold approach to painting helped shape the Mannerist movement, and his works continue to inspire artists and art lovers today. His story reminds us of the fine line between genius and obsession, and how pursuing impossible dreams can lead to our downfall. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive into Parmigianino's life on Jet Set Misfortunes. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories of history's most fascinating, yet tragic figures. Remember, sometimes the greatest artists are their own worst enemies.